Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you today?
This is a good day. It's a good day for us all. January 20th, 2021.
Happy hump day.
Happy birthday.
Oh my God. Okay. So,
Excuse me, so sorry.
oh, Gesundheit. Um, I watched the show, Real Housewives of Dallas.
Mhm.
Honestly, it didn't perk up for me until like the last 15, 20 minutes
Right. Yeah,
with
yeah.
the
It was
party.
the most was just which is to be honest was kind of what you want to see the day-to-day life of the housewives and what they actually
hmm
do.
hmm
The good stuff is always with the group scenes. Let's just be honest.
Okay.
Nothing kicks off until the group scenes, and that's where it breaks loose.
Okay. Alrighty. So, um, just a little quick recap, then we can welcome everybody as they're coming into the room. Cameron, the show opens up with Cameron exercising with her dog. Then Stephanie and her hubby take the kids fishing. Um, Tiffany is then in the car talking with her mom. Um, then we see Brandy go into the drive-through with her kids, Deandra meditating. Tiffany is then delivering some groceries to her mom's house. Um, let's see, we see Cam and her dog again and planning the party for Carrie's birthday, which is the big thing of this show. Kary'd then has a photo shoot, which is a combination for her jewelry company and her 50th birthday. She looks amazing. Then it's the big birthday party day where all hell kind of breaks loose.
Just a little bit, only a little bit though.
Yeah, yeah. So you're gonna welcome everybody to the chat. Hello.
Yes, hi everyone. Let me see. We have Trace here, Black Lavender, Willow Maiden. Hi guys. SM, welcome. Fermata, welcome. And I think that's it. And we'll catch
hmm
up later as they come in.
Yep. So, okay, so this is Real Housewives of Dallas, season 5, episode 3, and the title is Carried Away, which I thought was cute.
It was. That really was.
um, do you want to go straight to the party?
I mean, the one, yeah, because this episode was there wasn't much there, but one of the things that
hmm
really caught me was um Stephanie speaking her mind to Travis and like really speaking her mind.
Yes, I like that scene. I still don't think he hears her or care. What I got from him was okay, so basically, me and my company are funding your foundation. Cool. And he was
Right.
waiting for her to admit that, but instead she asked for office space and a laptop.
Right. But this is like the first, like she's tried to speak her mind in the past. We've seen it, and he's
hmm
really pressed her aside. But now, like if you look at her, she's more assertive with him and looking him in his eye. And when she said, "Do not undervalue what I bring to your life," I'm like, Stephanie, you better come through with that. I'm glad to hear that. She's like, don't take me for granted. Don't act like I
Yes.
don't add anything to your life. I'm like, this is. I see where your tagline comes in now, Stephanie. I see you're just gonna start letting people know you have to start with your husband, because he is
hmm
um very belittling. And when he said like like you're very expensive, but she's like, I'm not the one who has 9 cars. You do. I'm like, that's what she needed. I was so happy for her, so proud. I'm like, you're letting him know, like, look, dude, like, don't play with me. And I
I
was
will
impressed.
say, like, as a person who dropped off of this particular franchise, there's
Mm-hmm.
a big difference in her particular character because she irritated me. He belittled her every episode
Mm-hmm.
as if she didn't matter. Like what she did as a full time mom
Mm-hmm.
wasn't anything. Like
Right.
he devalued her every time there was an interaction between the two of them.
Right.
And it irritated me because she never stood up for herself. And
Right.
I could see a big change in her this season. I wonder what happened. Um, I didn't realize that she was a social worker before she met him.
Me neither. I think with her, she's the one quote unquote character who's you've seen growth, and she's to me is the most reflective of the group. I bet you she's one of the ones who watches the season after it airs in its entirety, so she can see how she's portrayed, how she looks. And I'm sure people have told like Stephanie, this is what we see. Do you see it? Things like that. She's very, I think reflective is the best word I can find her. She's very reflective on herself because she's the one who's worked on herself the most throughout the season.
It took her
Like
5 seasons to figure that out, that she had to tell her husband.
no, in past seasons she has, but it was always like him dismissing her, and she would
Mhm.
accept it. But she's become stronger and stronger and stronger to where like now she's doing what she has to do because I think the turning point really was the conversation with her mother. I think that was a
Mm.
big turning point when she told her mom, like, I put everyone else first. I let people walk over me. She's like, I get that from you. And her mom's like, you know what you do? Don't be like me. And I think
Okay.
that was a turning point for her. She's like, mom understands. She gets me. Like she's like she needs to hear like it's okay to stand up for yourself from the person who raised you. So I think she's just more confident and she's ready to go. And I'm happy for her. This is the first time I actually saw him like kind of take her seriously. And if you, I'm not sure if you remember the confessionals when they would do them together. He was always like dismissing her. Um, he kind of took control of the confessionals. But in
Mhm.
this confessional, she's like, hold up. I'm like, go Stephanie. So she's she's grown. That's why I like her the most, to be honest.
I hope it doesn't cost her her marriage because Travis has been used to a certain type of wife. Like, I think he made a comment about it. Like,
He's the kind of wife. He's the kind of wife like the stay at home mom, go to church,
yes.
blah blah. Blah. And then we got to marriage and you tricked me. But I don't think he's not going anywhere because he knows the wife he has in Stephanie. He just likes to give her a hard time, and his humor is off putting. It's a little bit
Mhm.
misogynistic. So I get where people are offended, most definitely. But he's not going. He knows the woman he married. He knows like Stephanie's a great mom, a very good wife. He's just that's just who he is, and she's been with him so long. She knows who she married. They both know who they married. There's no secret
Mhm.
there. And to me, they have a very good, honest marriage. And I say honest is like Stephanie's not hiding who she is or pretending who she is.
Mhm.
Travis like is an asshole. She said so. He's not hiding it. So they're a very open, authentic couple.
Mhm.
Versus say someone like to me, Cameron, like you're putting on airs. This is you weren't born into this. You married into it by luck. I mean, I don't think this is who you really are on a day to day. And if it is, I would take a hard look in the mirror and like reassess a little bit. It's based on the way you talk and treat people. I mean, it's not okay. So I just feel like Stephanie and Travis are like the meat and potatoes. Like the people you can go to like
Mhm.
sit down and have some barbecue and just chill back. Where with Cameron and her family, it will be a little more uptight, and you would feel you would have to act a certain way.
Interesting. What did you think about the segments with Tiffany and her mom?
So that was the reason why I was laughing at that segment because growing up I knew a couple Tiger moms and
Mhm.
I would see them interact with their kids like if their kids got like an A minus, why did you get an A minus? Why wasn't it an A? What did you do wrong? It was like anything less than perfection was like it was the roller crashed. I was like, what?
Mhm.
Are you serious? So I was laughing, but with her mom, when she said she bought her mom a new $75,000 Porsche Kary'd, and her mama said, "It's not turbo." I was like, you know what?
Mhm.
You know
Oh
what?
my gosh.
Oh, like so, I totally understood. I totally understood. It was hilarious.
There was one thing that she said that really struck home for me and was very relatable was when she said, like something along the lines of, nothing that I do for my mother is good enough. or to her standards or something like that. And that kind of struck home for me. Like, I can relate to that because me and my mom have a relationship like that. Like, nothing I do is ever good enough.
But what I've just noticed in just general observations, like mothers are always harder on their daughters. It seems always,
Oh.
whereas mothers will their sons cannot do anything. It's like, oh my god, that's my son. I'm so proud. It's like
Oh,
what?
that's true. Because she doesn't apply the same pressure to my brother that she does to me.
Yeah, it just seems I just noticed that like women mothers are naturally harder on their daughters. I just never understood why. I always thought that was just weird, but like the boys could get away with like pretty much murder. It's okay. Oh, that's my son. But the daughters are the same thing. Like, oh my god, why did you do that? Blah 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 blah. I'm like, well, are you serious? Do you not understand? Like,
Mm.
same. They did the same exact thing, but you have this friend reaction because it's your daughter, but your son did the same thing. But oh, it's okay. It's okay. We'll get through it.
You know what? My mother has an explanation for that. He's a boy and you're a girl. Deal with it.
That never made sense to me.
It didn't on my end, but to my mother and my brother, it made perfect sense.
That's what causes. I think that's what causes like the friction mothers and daughters have most of the time. I think is because the
Mhm.
girls feel like they're being treated unfair,
Mhm.
and I can see how that can come about.
Yeah. Okay. So, was there any other scene in the lead up to the party that you want to go over that or that really struck a chord with you?
Not for me. Those it was the Travis. It was mostly the Travis and Stephanie segment that really got it for me.
Okay. All right. Cool. So we can skip ahead
Mm, Good
to the
question.
party.
Genie Messi has a question.
Oh, what is it?
Does it look like Tiffany had eyelid surgery?
I don't know what, like, I've heard of the eyelid surgery, but I don't know what before and after, like the difference between before and after looks like to say yes or no. So I'm not educated enough to um respond to that, if
You
that
might have
makes
to look at
sense.
that. You might have to look into that a little bit.
But I kind of do like her eyes because they're a little bit
Mhm.
crossed.
I do. I mean, she has a unique face. Not really unique. Like she has that face. Like if a photograph well at any angle.
Hmm.
That so it's like you was photographed at any angle. With some people on other shows, like you got one angle, girl. You get that
Oh my
one angle.
God. We're back to yesterday with poor Yara and her angles.
You got that one angle. You better stick with that angle. Tell them not to film you any other kind of way. But let's
Straight on.
digress. Straight
Straight
on.
on.
Straight on.
Oh my God. But yeah, I wish we could help with that. If anyone in the chat knows more about it, please feel free to chime in and let us know.
Yeah.
Because I'd be interested to know too. Okay, so we get to the day of the party and we find out that the party's being held at Cameron's father-in-law's house because her house is up for sale and she
Hmm.
doesn't want the women spilling red wine all over the place.
Good thought. Good idea.
This is an amazing house though. I ain't gonna
Right.
lie. Love it.
Like the back of your argument. Like seriously, you could fit all that. I mean, that's just. I was looking at the sheer size of the lot. I'm like, good idea.
Yeah.
Very good
Yeah,
idea.
and the house is huge. Because remember they showed you the front of the house? It's
Right.
huge. What's her father-in-law do again? Does anybody know in the chat? Oh my
Well,
God.
her father-in-law is like they're like so. I know their family's like big in Dallas society, so they have some serious coins. That's why she acts the way she acts. That's why Cameron acts the way she acts. That's because his family has the money, like apparently
Okay.
buku money. So she puts on these little airs like this is not. You're from California. Stop it.
Right, right, right.
Be easy. Like just do you like be cool.
Mm. Okay. We find out that Brandy's attending, fresh from her Florida vacation, full on face shield, gloves, and a little necklace showing her negative COVID test. She's
right?
supposed to be in quarantine.
That's what I thought too. I was like, shouldn't you like be somewhere like away from the people?
Mm. You
And she
know,
should,
this would have been a boring party if she wasn't there, to be quite honest.
if we're being honest, yes.
Child. Okay, so the friend Jen arrives first to the party and sits down and talks with Cam, and Cam's going on about how upset she was from the dim sum party. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Well,
She just
this is a setup for how we see the party go downhill.
exactly.
Which Cam says she wants to show Tiffany how to host an event, how to have a centerpiece, and how to treat her guests at a party. But yet, she's doing what she's accusing Tiff of.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. Like it this whole thing was very confusing for me. I've watched it twice, still don't understand what happened, but okay. Um We see Tiffany go through her full decontamination procedure after coming home from the hospital. Um, Cam also says that she's going to confront Tiff at the party, which I think is a bad idea. Um, and then we see the hot boys come out in their face masks and shirtless to welcome the rest of the people to the rest of the guests to the party.
Exactly. Real quick. So
Mm-hmm.
basically the Westcott, like, so his dad founded Westcott LLC in 1996 as an
Mm-hmm.
entrepreneurial private investment platform. So basically they're entrepreneurs and investors, and
Hmm.
they invest in, let's see, real estate, technology, energy, finance, and consumer services. So they're coins.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. Live your
So
best life, Cam.
right. So let's get back to Cameron messing up the party. Um,
So
because
everybody comes in.
hmm
It starts off nice. It's a beautiful decor theme. It's Saint Tropez, so they're bringing like what you would find at Nikki Beach uh, to her in-laws' backyard, and basically Carrie originally wanted to go to the south of France for her 50th birthday, but because of the pandemic, she couldn't. So Cam, which I thought was a really sweet idea,
hmm
offered to throw this birthday party in this theme so that the main objective would be for Cam to dance on the tables to and get sprayed by champagne.
right.
Great
Okay.
idea in theory.
Yeah, I was with it. I enjoyed the idea. I thought Cameron was very thoughtful. But then she messed up her own party by causing drama, which was unnecessary.
Mm.
Okay, I
Okay,
was
so Gina
go ahead.
says that Cameron took a hard left in this episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, she lost me. She lost me. I ain't gonna lie. Um, so the rest of the guests get there, they sit down, they have like this low table and they're sitting on cushions and they're getting the first course is served. And who said it's better than a chicken foot? Was that Cam?
That
Is
was
that how she
Cameron.
started it?
That's how she started.
Okay. So that's how it all began.
hmm
And I think it caught everybody off guard.
You could see the whole mood change on everybody's faces. They were like, "Really?" Carrie's like, "Huh?" Deandra's looking like, "What?" I was like, when everyone's looking at you like that, read the table, read the room.
I think that's something that Cameron doesn't do. Like she gets so involved in what she's saying and trying to think about what she's saying that she doesn't listen to anyone else. Because in the clip they showed with Cameron and Stephanie, you know, when she was like, I've been down this road with Cam already. The best thing you can do is just apologize and move on. Like
hmm
she wasn't letting Stephanie talk at all. She was just
hmm
ranting on and on and on about her point, whatever it was. And she was doing the same thing with Tiffany.
Hmm. But I think if you read the way I read the situation is this, and some people may not like this or see it, but this is just the way I perceive it. I think Tiffany was gonna get her point across, but at the end of the day, she's like, you know what? I think you're beneath me anyway, so therefore I'm not gonna argue with you. Because basically, I think from my perspective, she's like, you know what, girl, I'm a whole doctor. I'm not gonna sit here and argue with you over a chicken foot.
I can agree with that because she was trying to get her point across, but at some part of that, she just realized she wasn't getting it.
Hmm.
She wasn't getting it. And she's just like, okay, fine. I do apologize for asking you to eat a chicken foot. I am so sorry. But then it went into um you're stereotyping a whole country over a chicken foot. And she lost me in the argument. I mean, Cam lost me in the argument there because all Tiffany said was that it was a cultural dish from where she's
Correct.
from. And I didn't understand how that was stereotyping. And I watched it twice and I was at a loss. And I think that's when Tiffany was just like, she gave up.
Because like when Tiffany says it's a dish of my culture, and then Kim was like, no, it's not. I'm like, you really gonna sit up here and tell somebody about their culture? Okay,
No, but she actually said that she was stereotyping a
right.
whole people. And I'm like, wait a minute. So if I say what my national dish is, am I stereotyping them? Like, I thought
Right.
that was something to be proud of. Like, holy cow, I don't understand what happened here. And I thought that I had missed something.
Mm-mm. It's like we were talking about food the other day, like how like in my culture we eat, like we eat chitlins.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not saying that like everybody eats chitlins. It's a culture dish within my community. And Cameron is like, oh, like you look really crazy. You look dumb saying that on camera. You look really really dumb. And someone should have told you like Cam, no, don't do that.
Well, where was Jen was sitting right next to her, and it looked I couldn't tell if she was talking to Deandra or if she was backing up Cam.
Jen knows better. Jen knew Cam being at that point was dumb. She not jumping in that. She trying to get her star for next season. You can't back that up.
Ooh,
You can't back
okay.
that up. Because you remember Jen said she had fun, and they were
Mhm.
talking, and she realized, oh, she's like, and Cam like, oh, well, I didn't have fun. She's like, oh, you didn't. So and then like Jen's like, well, damn, this is my scene with Cam, so I'm gonna have to back up Cam in this scene real quick. And she's like, yep, you're right. Yeah, like your mama raised you better. I'm like, good job, Jen. You trying to get your star for next season. I see you. I see you. It's all right. But then at the table, you notice Jen didn't say a word. Jen was just sitting there eating it.
Mhm.
Because
Mhm.
Jen knows the game. Jen is smart. She playing this right so far. I'm gonna back you up in this scene real quick. But when we come over here, we ain't doing it.
I just wanted to like I didn't get a lot of pictures from this episode. But look at this this is the back of the house and the pool and everything and this
That's too
was
much house.
like that's a lot of house.
You
It
you know
looked bigger from the front though.
you know what? You could just gave me the like what was this the right side? just,
Uh-huh.
just give
Like
us the right
this,
side.
and this.
No, just the first two. We'll be fine.
Just the
Just
first two, but you know
the
that
first
there's
two.
more over here. There's more house on
True.
this side. And it seems like this is probably like a walkway around to the front. There's like three chimneys going on here. Wow.
You can just give me one section or two sections. I will be okay with that. That's just too much.
Oh my God. Hold on. There was another shot of this that I wanted to show. Um, they had a really nice setup. I'm sorry, guys. I do love setups. Um, and
You don't have to
this
point.
was really pretty.
Yeah,
I
they
like
did a
these
good job.
little, and she did an abundance of centerpieces.
Right.
Um, I think this was during the argument because, as you
Yeah.
say, Jen is just sitting there and not saying nothing.
hmm Gina asked. Gina actually asked. I meant to ask why Tiffany's girls didn't know how Granny was related to them. I mean, I didn't understand it.
Yes, I didn't want to bring that up, but I thought it was odd.
But y'all say Granny, so I just would assume like, and Tiffany calls it your Granny. I'm like, I would just assume y'all would understand. That was weird.
Yeah, but this was also a lovely. There was a lot of drinks.
Oh, for
And
Kary'd house too.
considering the amount of drinks that and shots, like I heard her every 5 seconds saying shots, shots for everybody, because that's how she broke up the argument by bringing over a
Right.
tray full of shots.
Right.
I was just like, this is going to be disastrous, quite honestly.
Right. And then she pushed Tiffany in the pool.
Oh, I tried to get a shot of that, but it was just so blurry. But I want to highlight this picture. Deandra has a good butt. I was like amazed at how like it's well proportioned, it's not jiggly, and there's no stretch marks. Kudos to you, girl. And I thought she looked the best at the party because she kind of looked like she belonged in the first Wonder Woman movie that when they were back on the island,
Right.
the Amazons, and she had those pretty wing earrings, and then the decorative piece in her hair and how it was designed. Oh, she looked fabulous. Loved it. You said that, let's see. I do have one picture of this poor girl in the pool. And she doesn't know how to swim.
Right.
What the hell?
So you don't push people in pools.
Oh my God. And
But
what's her name? Carrie was going crazy with these shots.
yeah, she's gonna have herself. She's gonna live her best life. She's 50. She's loving it. So it was good. I
Yeah,
enjoyed it.
and by this point, Tiff was wearing the COVID negative necklace, I think. And look at her face when she got
Right.
this shot. Poor thing. Like if
She's
you're
like, is
not
this?
used to partying.
It was hilarious. She's like, is this sanitary?
Yes. And then she spits it into the jacuzzi.
Right.
Oh,
You can tell she's not a drinker.
yeah. And here's the swing. Um, I hope they disinfect everything after this
Oh yeah,
party.
everything.
Oh, this was really pretty though. I did like it. And of course, after Tiffany gets thrown into the pool, she puts on her water wings and leaves.
Yeah, she had to go to work the next day, which
Yeah.
the other ladies can't really relate to. That she actually has to get up and like go somewhere and help save people.
Yes. Well, Deandra probably a little bit because she has her own business,
hmm
but only a little bit. But this girl has real responsibilities. And I get it when she said, just for once in my life, I want to live, without any consequences. And, she admires that about Carrie.
Right.
Um, but girl, if you got to go to surgery at 6 o'clock tomorrow morning, take your ass home.
Exactly. And that's exactly what she did.
Hmm.
She's like, I don't care, to the loo.
Yeah.
But this was a good episode. It was, the first part, just kind of showed their daily stuff, which is cool. We need to see that. We can't see all drama, but they gave us enough drama at the end. Good job, production.
Hmm. Do we see more of the party next week, or is it done this
I
week?
think I think they're gonna probably see a little bit more of the party because they're still gonna talk about when Tiffany leaves. I bet you.
They started to. I think Carrie noticed that she was leaving.
Carrie knows and she said, "Oh," but then I'm sure they're gonna talk about it. So you probably start off about them talking about Carrie leaving the party. Well, Tiffany leaving the party. Excuse me.
Don't worry, I'm sure I've screwed up these names throughout this entire show. Was Tiffany? Wait, hold on. Was Tiffany carrying a black bra? No, I think it was a little towel, like a bar towel.
Mm,
Because she was drying her face with it after she got dumped.
right.
Um, old lady, old white lady dance. Yeah, yeah, it was very entertaining. Wait, hold on. Those were four-finger shot glasses. They were big shots. They were big shots because I saw Tiffany drinking one at the dinner table. And then I think Kary'd gave up on using glasses, and that's why she started doing the mouth straight from the bottle. Or they just ran out of barware.
Yeah, because they was drinking like, so I'm sure they ran out of glasses.
That's where, like, for somebody like Kary'd, I know Cameron likes to do everything just so, and it has to be great. But for someone like Kary'd, who likes to do a lot of shots, I would have gotten the little plastic disposable ones
Yeah.
and just got like a lot of sleeves of those. And that way
Hmm.
you don't have to worry until the alcohol runs out.
Agreed. Good point. Very, yeah, because just going through glasses and COVID, yeah, what's the point?
And it probably would have eliminated her like giving everybody
Right.
straight from the bottle.
Exactly. Because realistically, if you can just bring the bottle to the table and just pour and be done with it, to be honest.
Mhm, mhm. It was a so-so episode for me
Right.
because
Yeah.
only, like, the last third or quarter.
Yeah. This wasn't amazing, but it gave us enough. So I'm okay with it.
Mhm. Did they get trashed? I think they were well on their way to getting
Yes.
trashed, but it doesn't take much for these ladies, quite honestly.
No. Mm-mm. Not at all.
And poor Bobbles, I never had help cleaning the house ever. I can sympathize with you on that because that's my boat that I'm in, and that's why my place is a mess. I get to it when I get to it.
Right. It's not going nowhere. I
Exactly.
mean, if we're gonna be honest, it's not going nowhere.
Yeah, and nobody's coming to visit, so I think I have some time.
That's the thing. It's like, no, I'll get to you. You'll be there. It's okay.
Mhm.
That's
So
how I look at it.
overall, what do you rate this particular episode on its own and based on the season so far?
I would say it's like 6.5. I'm in that ballpark. You know, it wasn't terrible. It wasn't like atrocious. The production was really good.
Mhm.
But it wasn't like one of those. It was a little bit more. It was I give it 6.5 because it was a little bit more than filler because we got to see Stephanie stick up for herself. We got to see you know, Tiffany explain her relationship with her mother, and then we
Mhm.
had the party. So yeah, I mean, it wasn't like Atlanta Dry. I mean,
Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay, okay, okay. I've just changed my thing. All right. So yeah, I'll give it a 6.
yeah, nothing. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Not good. But so so. It served its purpose because it's
Hmm.
setting us up for um down the road because you can kind of see the cracks in the relationships. I want to see Tiffany like kind of just tear into Cameron actually. So I feel like Tiffany's holding her tongue.
Mm-mm-mm. Do you think that any of these ladies take her seriously, or if they are going to start thinking like how Cam does, that she's bossy?
Outside of Deandra, no, because I can see Stephanie seeing that way.
Mhm.
I can because Stephanie's like a more docile personality. I can see, but I can't really see Tiffany getting into it with anyone other than Cameron at this point because Cameron's kind of like making a point to dig at Tiffany,
Mhm.
and I
Dig
think
at her to her face, or because Stephanie's digging at her, but in the confessionals. Oops.
Stephanie knows her place. Stephanie knows she doesn't. Let's just be called things. Stephanie knows she doesn't have the verbal acumen to go against Tiffany, and she understands that. She understands like if she ever went at Tiffany the wrong way, Tiffany would just basically hurt her feelings. And
Um,
Cameron thinks she's bold because of her last name. Tiffany's a whole specialized doctor. Tiffany don't really care about you and your last name. But Tiffany's trying to. You can tell Tiffany's holding her tongue. So there's no way you get through being bullied as a child the way you were, and as an adult let someone treat you like this for too long.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think that Cameron's issue is over the chicken foot or over what happened at Stephanie's pool party where Tiffany said that word and Cameron didn't know what it was?
I think it was. I think it's more. I think it's more about Stephanie's pool party because Cameron has a reputation. People think of her as stupid and dumb,
Mm-hmm.
and when you have someone like Tiffany around who's a whole specialized doctor
Mm-hmm.
using words you don't know, it just only adds to that perception. So her education looming over you can make you feel a certain way based on your already public perception.
Mm.
Because you have no reason to come at this woman this way. And
Okay.
here's the thing. And what was the word she used? I forgot already.
Oh, I can't remember either.
But it wasn't a hard word.
It wasn't.
It
It
wasn't.
wasn't.
It wasn't a spelling bee word. So I'm like, okay, we know
Right,
what
because
that
I
is.
remember we spoke about this.
Hmm.
Like when they do the spelling bee, I don't even know what most of those words are, and these little kids can spell them. Um, and they actually know the definitions of them because
Right.
that's how they get help with spelling. But I was just like, what? That's a
It wasn't.
basic word for anybody who graduated high school.
Yeah. And you graduated from college. Okay. So that's my thing. That's my thing. So I think Cameron's just intimidated by her her education. I really feel that way because people think like I said, people do think she's dumb. And yes, for a little late, Tiffany is a whole specialized doctor.
Mhm.
So yep.
All right. So that was The Real Housewives of Dallas, season 5, episode 3, Carried Away. Happy birthday, Carrie. You look amazing. Wonderful party, Cameron. And take some swimming lessons, Tiff,
Yeah. If you're gonna be around some pools, take some swimming lessons.
especially with Carrie being around there who could
And drunk.
possibly throw you in the pool. Yeah.
Right.
All right,
All
guys,
right.
that was a quick recap. If you like the content, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already subscribed, hit the notification bell, and tell your friends where we're at. They can join the party. Until next
Uh,
time.
bye.